So in conclusion, I'll say that Senate District and indeed Ghana offers opportunities for collaboration for those who are interested in global health. And these are some of the health workforce capacity building. Health workforce capacity building for those who are in training midwives, training doctors. There are great opportunities of transferring skills to people in Ghana through programs. And facility improvement. And that's also very important. Most programs will work when there are facilities in place. But if you talk about preventing maternal mortality, if there are no theaters to intervene when a woman needs cesarean section, no intervention will work, no matter how much money is pumped into the intervention. So these are areas that can be very good for collaboration. And then development and deployment of appropriate technologies. Biomedical engineering, doing small stuff that can solve big problems in deprived areas. So I think these are some of the things also that global health people, those who are interested, can look into. And then operational research aimed at finding answers to service delivery bottlenecks. Why do women come to prenatal but do not want to come to deliver at the hospitals? There are questions that need answers, and areas of research, are opportunities for collaboration that we can look into. And then improving access to health for rural communities. That are also areas of collaboration that people who are in global health can be involved in. And this collaboration can be mutually beneficial to all who are involved in it. But in conclusion, I always ask people that what motivates you? Because everything that you do, what is important is what motivates you. What is the motivation behind what you are doing? Because that is the key to everything. For us, what we looked at, and I always tell people that my idea about it and about this whole issue is it has been my faith. My faith in God and my belief that the earth is the Lord's. The earth belongs to the Lord. And when you live in somebody's house, you pay rent, don't you? Either you get a mortgage or you pay rent. So as you live on the earth that belongs to the Lord, what are you paying to God? And I look at it as the service that you offer to your fellow man. That is your rent to God. So that's what drives me. That I owe a debt to God. I'm living on his earth and I need to pay my rent. So that is my rent that I'm paying. And our life as individuals, I think we need to make a difference in the lives of other people. We should not live just for ourselves. Because at the end of it all, for me as an individual, what drives me or what motivates me is what the difference that I make in the lives of people. I go into the villages, in the communities, and I see the young children that have, we've done cesarean, and their mothers had cesarean section, and they are alive, and they are walking and running in the village. And I feel at peace with myself, and I feel very happy. And I've seen children that they've named after me, that they bring them to me. Yes. Well, sometimes it's a responsibility when they name the children after you. In Ghana, when they name a child after you, you have a responsibility. But it's a happy responsibility that I bear with pride. That at least I've made a difference in the life of people. Thank you very much for that.
Now we're going to open it up to questions that you may have for Dr. Fosu.
Is there any room with the increasing amount of people insured for a public-private sector partnership to maybe open hospital, bring in more physicians, bring in more nurses, since it seems like there's a pretty large population insured? Is getting to that point where there's a critical mass that would be in the future?
Yeah, the private sector is very buoyant. It's very buoyant in Ghana. But the problem is that all the private facilities are in the cities. You are like in my district, for example, which is a very rural district, there's one private facility. So there's huge room for, public-private partnership to bring things on. And I think these are some of the things that we have a huge Ghanaian medical fraternity in the US. And I think gradually some of them have started thinking about coming home to do group practice. But invariably to all be in Kumasi and Accra. But there's huge potential in the rural areas.
So is there medical training or nurse or midwife training provided in Ghana, or is that done outside of the country?
Yes, we have 4 medical schools. And then in every region there are nurses and midwifery schools.
So is there a potential link, I'm sure you've tried, but to have like community service as a portion of their pre-licensing criteria?
Yes, for the midwives and for the nurses in general, they have some attachment. So we've been getting students. Yes, so like in the Senate District, we've applied and we get them to bring students on attachment, yes, to us. So we get some students coming in. We do a lot of teaching, and that's also one of our ambitions, to be a teaching place. So we do a lot of teaching, we get students coming in. Yes, sir.
I was surprised at the percentage of HIV positive people in the district. I think it was about 42%.
No, that's for the diagnostic.
Okay.
Those that the doctor suspect, like I suspect the person. But then when you look, the prevalence is about 2.2. But when you use the pregnant women, that is a more better proxy indicator of the prevalence than the clinical cases. That you suspect and diagnose. So we think it's about 2.2% there.
So then the biggest challenges are more sort of basic rural health issues, water, delivery of basic services, sort of for pregnancy and things like that.
Please, can you?
Sure. I'm just wondering what the biggest challenge in terms of medical issues that people face in your district.
Yeah, the medical issues that people face basically in the district, of course, the major thing is the malaria. And then one of the big things is the hernia. They have a lot of hernias, inguinal hernias, because of the work they do. Most of them are farmers. They work on the farm. And then we have also problem of maternal mortality. Initially, we were not seeing it because they were not able to come to the hospital. But then from the community sites that we put up, we've been gathering data on community, and I think we worked, last summer, I worked with a student from Michigan on it, gathering data on community maternal death, and it's quite substantial. Yeah, so those are issues that we need to deal with.